Alrighty guys, sorry I was having technical difficulties. I hope you guys could hear me getting set up here. Why do I feel like this? Hold on. There you guys. Alright, I'm gonna let people start getting on, playing with the audio. Okay. Yeah, okay. Alright, I'm just messing with the audio. Sorry if that hurt your ears. Alrighty, while everybody's jumping on, give me just a second. I'm going to be right back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I was running a little behind, but we will be getting the ball rolling, talking about haunt season, specifically talking about Halloween Horror Nights and King's Dominion's Haunt. I did a poll on my community page on YouTube, which I really enjoyed doing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed participating. And you guys decided Hey Beth. How are you, young lady? Alright. I'm kind of just getting the ball rolling. Yes, sir. Oh, wait. On live chat? Wait. Live chat. There we go. Thank you for reminding me, Anthony. I always forget that. Steeler Wayne, welcome. Anthony, my friend, I hope you're feeling okay. Thank you for joining. All right, so once again, thank you guys so much for jumping on this live. I did a poll on my community page yesterday. I was supposed to get on. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to. Today I was running a little bit late, so it's been a tight schedule lately. But the poll was, for my next live, what topic should we talk about? Should we talk about King's Dominion Haunt? Should we talk about Halloween at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg? Or should we talk about Halloween Horror Nights over at Universal Orlando Resort? And the polls came back, and basically we had a tie between Halloween Horror Nights and King's Dominion's Haunt, which is surprising, but not surprising at the same time. Those are probably my number one and my number two as far as the haunts that I experienced last year. King's Dominion really stepped it up. Halloween Horror Nights holds a special place in my heart. I'm wearing my Chance shirt, so I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited so we can talk a little bit about both of those amazing events. Let's see. Wow, everybody's rolling in. We got 10 people in the chat. Very nice. Thank you, everybody. Beth Mills, thank you for jumping on. Anthony, again, thank you for jumping on. Steeler Wayne, I appreciate you jumping on, my friend, and it was a pleasure meeting you at Busch Gardens. Matthew, nice to see you, man. Sorry that I missed you at Carowinds. Beth, you're fantastic. What about me? I'm fantastic as well. A little out of breath, but we'll catch our breaths. Samson Aiden. Hey, Aiden. We be going to Howl-Scream at Busch Gardens, Tampa, or SeaWorld, Orlando this year. You know, fingers crossed. The hope is yes. The likelihood is very low. I don't know if you know Aiden, but I'm having a baby, and the baby's actually being born next month. So even my Halloween Horror Nights trip, which is typically for opening weekend, is in jeopardy, which is fine. There's exciting things happening, which are much more important, but we're trying to make it happen. Hopefully we will. We got some help coming for when the baby's first born, so we might be able to still make it over to Halloween Horror Nights for a short trip for opening weekend, but not 100%. If that ends up happening, maybe I could squeeze in something like Busch Gardens Tampa or SeaWorld with my boy Losh from the Boo Bros. Trinity Ann, hi, I love your videos. Thank you so much. I love you for loving my videos. Honestly, I put them out there, and you guys enjoying them really goes a long way. I appreciate you guys a lot. I wouldn't be still doing this if it wasn't for the fact that the community that I've been able to build with you guys has been amazing. Seeing you guys out at the park has been amazing. We're going to start talking in just a little bit, but I just wanted to look through and say hi to everybody in the chat. Mr. Novak. Mr. Novak's here? The chat's moving kind of fast. So you can see everyone. Thank you, Anthony, once again. Happily ever Novak. Hey, it's Clint Novak in the chat. If you guys saw my last video over at King's Dominion, I was there for their last day of their Grand Carnival, as well as checking out the Outpost Cafe. That is a good friend of the channel, and he was there. Sorry, I'm a little caught up for words. The chat is actually moving very, very fast, so I'm trying to catch up with you guys. Lachey Smith. Hey everyone, my first live here. Welcome, Lachey Smith. Thank you so much for jumping on. Trinity, again, Katie Haunt. Yes, we'll be at Katie Haunt for sure. That's local, so much easier to manage. Anthony, that's like me with knots. How so? It's Cody. Hey, sorry, I've kind of disappeared for a while. How are you, man? I'm doing great, Cody. Thank you so much for jumping on. Welcome back. Lachey, I've never been to Universal, let alone Halloween Horror Nights. Oh, Lachey, you really got to go out there. It's amazing. That's where my heart lies. Mike Eltheram, the Piazza household is tuned in from Virginia. Welcome, the Piazza family. I appreciate you guys. Matthew, hey. Sorry, guys. You guys are actually overwhelmingly so reacting on the chat, so I'm trying to make sure that I respond to everybody. Steeler Wayne, I'm looking forward to Halloween Haunt at KD. Will be my first time going. Oh, Steeler Wayne, you are in for a treat, my friend, and it's a great time there. Airtime Mike, what's up, man? Thank you so much for jumping on. Airtime Mike is a legend. Good evening. Congratulations on the baby, Eddie. Thank you so much. Beth, congratulations. Lachey Smith, congratulations. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. I'm excited and terrified. It's a crazy experience. I'm trying to do my best. Monique's doing an amazing job, and I need to step up my game. Matthew Rogers, are you planning on going to BGW Howl-Scream? Absolutely. Busch Gardens Williamsburg is my local park, so I definitely will be going. But today, we're not talking about Busch Gardens Howl-Scream. You guys voted on my community page, which, guys, I will be doing a lot more of those type of things. So putting out some content for you guys to give me feedback on what you would like to see. So maybe my next video will be decided by you guys on the community page. That would be kind of awesome. But this one was decided by you guys. And it was a strong tie between Halloween Horror Nights and King's Dominion's Haunt. Funny enough, it started off with Halloween Horror Nights taking the lead by a big leap. King's Dominion Haunt came, passed it, and then we had to go an extra day, so I left the voting up, and Halloween Horror Nights caught right back up. So yeah, we'll be at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Mike Honcho, hey Eddie, my girlfriend Hannah and I are watching. Welcome to the live, Hannah and Mike. I appreciate you guys for jumping on. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have enjoyed the content so far. All right, so shall we open up? And I'm gonna let you guys answer in the chat. Should we open up with Halloween Horror Nights, or should we open up with talking about King's Dominion's Haunt? As I take a sip of my drink, I'm a little parched from speaking so quickly. Lachey, I have a 10-day trip planned to Universal next year. Can't wait. Oh, I can't wait for you to experience it. I get excited for other people experiencing Halloween Horror Nights, to be honest. Every year when I go, I try to bring a new friend to experience it with me. It's like experiencing it once again for my first time through their eyes. Can't wait for Haunt. Hope to vlog. Yep. You're over at Carowinds. Just wanted to say, Mike, we went to Grain and Grill at King's Dominion based on your recommendation. It was epic. Great call. Mike, I am so happy you guys enjoyed it. I think Grain and Grill is still my favorite. Outpost Cafe definitely has a run for the money when it comes to the restaurants over at King's Dominion, but King's Dominion has been stepping their game up, man. Their restaurant game and their cuisine is top notch. Chef Dennis, dude's awesome. All right, it sounds like overwhelmingly so. King's Dominion. We're going to talk about King's Dominion first. Okay, so King's Dominion over in Doswell, Virginia, if for those of you who don't know, jumping on, is a Cedar Fair park and an amazing one. It used to actually be Paramount. Lachey, where is King's Dominion? King's Dominion is, like I said, in Doswell, Virginia. It used to be Paramount's King's Dominion, and now it's just King's Dominion, and it's owned by Cedar Fair. So the Cedar Fair parks are like Cedar Point, Kings Island, Carowinds over in North Carolina. They have a ton of amazing parks and a ton of amazing roller coasters, but their haunt event over here at King's Dominion last year was my first year going in a really long time. Prior to that, I had probably gone when I had just graduated high school, or maybe like a year or two like into college. So it was a completely different event. I'm much older now. A lot of years have passed, and I gotta say, last year they impressed me so much. The quality of the houses was amazing, and they have announced this year that they will be coming back. So let's see if I can show you. We'll pull up King's Dominion's website. So let me see. I'm gonna pop the chat out, so if you guys are chatting, I could still see it as we go through and check out the website here. Hold on. So King's Dominion. Let's see. Can I change it so that you guys... Yeah, you guys... Alright, so I'm going to move myself. Let me see. I'm going to make myself little Eddie. There we go. Bang. She shot me down, bang, bang. All right, King's Dominion Haunt. So I just Googled it. So this is the landing page for King's Dominion's Haunt. You got ticket passes, places to stay. Really, this is kind of everything for them as far as their event. Right now, Haunt over at King's Dominion won't start to announce things up till a little bit later. Why is that? Because they actually started a little bit later in the month. Halloween Horror Nights will start in the beginning of September, while Halloween Haunt will start towards the end of September and run to October 30th. So September 24th through October 30th. So you best believe we're going to do our best to be there on September 24th for the opening night of Haunt at King's Dominion. Last year, man, you know what? I wish I had more of the info, because last year the event was amazing. And I'm trying to remember all of the haunts that I experienced last year. Oh, this is gonna kill me that I can't remember. Of course, right when we start to talk about it, guys, I start to forget. And let me see, you guys are up in the chat. We got Airtime Mike talking. Hey, we got Dawn from Just Out and About. Dawn, welcome to the live. appreciate you coming out. Dawn, Just Out and About, awesome channel. Love those guys. Met them out at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg once. They were a delight to meet. Airtime Mike, KD is roughly 20 minutes north of Richmond, directly on I-95. Yeah, just off of I-95. Just Out and About, Tyler went to Haunt for the first time last year, too, and he was impressed. Yeah, it was an impressing outing. I'm sure Mike from Airtime Mike would agree with us. The Haunt over there was amazing. So, all right, so let's try to recall the Haunt, and maybe you guys could help me in the chat. So, the first Haunt that I remember that was impressive over at King's Dominion was Condemned. Okay, so we're gonna talk. All right, let's do this. All right, I'm going off the top right now, and I'm getting kind of upset that my hair is all messed up. I should have looked prettier for you guys. You guys deserve it. But we're gonna talk about the Haunt, what I experienced, and what I kind of expect coming into this year. Okay, not much is out there, like I said, but we'll do our best to kind of divulge the information from what I think, and hopefully I'm close. And then you guys could chime in. I did Tooth Fairy Maze was so scary. Halloween Haunt. Would you say it's more for adults or kids? Would you enjoy it as well? It really depends. I would have to say depending on the kid. I do see parents bringing kids to the event. I would definitely say depending on the kid and how they handle scary things, how susceptible they are to it. Like if they can't sleep after watching a horror movie, then maybe they shouldn't be going to Haunt. I would say a safe age is probably taking them in their early teens. But even then, it can be a bit intense, I would say. But I myself started going to Haunts and whatnot, probably when I was 9 and 10. But I'm also a huge addict of horror movies. And I think I saw my first horror movie when I was 5 years old, which was Halloween. Michael Myers, this gentleman back here, which is why you see all the Halloween memorabilia. But yeah, back to Haunt. So first house I remember was Condemned. Condemned was an amazing house over at the event. Condemned and, I think it was Blood Bayou or something on the Bayou over by Twisted Timbers. Those were the two that blew my mind. The setup was amazing for those houses. The setting, light design, how they set up the boo holes, the actors, they were all doing such an amazing job in those two houses. But overall, the event ended up having 5 houses. I think it was 4 scare zones. And I can't say that any of the houses were too lacking. Cornstalkers, I loved a lot, but it was probably the only house that you would have to be careful walking through, because if you walk through it too early, it's out, and in the daylight, you would be able to see everything. Aside from that, in the nighttime, that house was amazing, and if you went up on the Eiffel Tower during Haunt and looked down, you could actually see the people walking through Cornstalkers, which was actually a pretty cool perspective. And I'm trying to keep up with you guys as I talk about these things. Lucky X Gaming. Hi, Eddie. Hey, Lucky X Gaming. Welcome to the live, my friend. It's been a while since I've done a live, so it's nice seeing all the returning faces, or returning, I guess, names. The mixed drink in the Ivy bag at Haunt was delicious. LOL. 21 plus. They have non-alcoholic beverages too. They had the new maze last year where the Dinosaurs Alive was by Grizzly. Oh yes. It was the Edgar Allan Poe maze, wasn't it? I think. Airtime Mike. All the mazes are great. So many of them. The standout mazes are Cornstalker, Blackout, Blood on the Bayou. I thought Condemned was really good. Maybe that's what you mean by Blackout. But yeah, so this year, I'm sorry, I turned on my my headphones noise canceling, and it's weird while you're live streaming. All right, I'm trying to keep up with you guys here. Somebody's calling me too. I don't know who's calling me. All right. So yeah, they had a good assortment of haunts, foods, different food items, and the decorations around the park were amazing. Like I said, you could actually go up on the Eiffel Tower at King's Dominion and look down and see all the smoke and fog rising, as well as the mazes and all the different lighting. It was a spectacle to be seen. I am looking forward to this year so much, and now with the baby coming, I know that my local haunts are really going to be near and dear to me because they're going to be what I'm going to be able to experience the most. Last year, I was able to go to Halloween Horror Nights 3 different times, and probably around like 10 different times to the actual event. So 3 different trips down to Orlando. This was great. I was 7 years old when I did haunt at Scarowinds for the first time. Well, impressive. I started taking Tyler at around 7 to Howl-O-Scream, but he was a horror fan already. Definitely depends on the kid. Yeah, that's the thing. I think King's Dominion is doable, but you just gotta be careful. You don't wanna scar a kid with a really scary haunt when they're not ready. Nosferatu 1922 turns 100 this year. Interesting. Thanks, Michael. Or Matthew, sorry. Travis Hawkins, Condemned was the best house at KD. Blood on the Bayou has the best set at the event. I would have to agree with you, Travis. I think that's spot on. Condemned was amazing. And I think the set for Condemned rivals Blood on the Bayou. But Blood on the Bayou, I think, edged it out just a bit. And those 2 have to be the top 2 houses last year out of all 5. And we'll talk about this year in just a moment. I'm trying to catch up with you. Okay, my daughter is 10 and loves the movie It. Then Lachey, I think she may be able to go. Maybe kind of gauge her expectations if you are telling her to come with you, or if she's asking you to go. Prior to the event coming, you'll be able to review the website, show her kind of everything that's going on. Kind of don't. What I would say is don't tell her that you're tempering her expectations. Just kind of watch, observe, see how she reacts. If she seems like she finds these things way too scary, then maybe this year's not the year. But if she seems super excited about it, try it out. I don't think it would hurt too much. Just don't force her through the houses if she's not ready. Not that you would force her. I don't think you would. Are there any haunt related novelty drinks or food items worth checking out? Mike, funny enough, I tried a bunch of the food last year. I don't know what's coming back this year. Everything was really good, but I'm the type of guy, I'm simple. I'll have a drink, and I don't like crazy mixed drinks. Like a Jack and Coke, a bourbon and Coke is the type of thing that I do. I keep it simple. I like a relaxed gentleman's drink. I occasionally will indulge in like a funny mixed drink, but I don't remember trying too many of them last year. I know that they do have a special beer that comes once a year to King's Dominion for their haunt, and the beer is actually pretty refreshing. But aside from that, I don't remember trying too many of their drinks, and I don't remember trying too many of their treats. That being said, for their Christmas time event, I tried everything, and they had amazing stuff then. Hopefully that answers your question, Mike. I did Cornstalkers until they got rid of it years ago at Scarowinds. I want to come to Scarowinds this year, so I do have the Platinum Pass, so hopefully I'll be able to come over to the border of North Carolina, or where the Carolinas meet. We were just there recently. If you haven't seen that video, make sure to go check that out, but I may try. Eddie, what is to become of Jar Jar Binks? Clint, Coatic, the agent? I am not sure what you mean by that. But I appreciate the question. Maybe rephrase it, and I'll try my best to answer it. Does the event have a group tour? I'm scary, and if I go alone, I need other scared people to hang out with. Yeah, I believe they do have like VIP tours that you could take. They do come at an additional expense. And there's a huge community, so I'm sure if you go on the Facebook pages and join those groups, you may be able to find some people to go with. This is going to sound like I'm a mean mom, but Tyler also knew if he was going to beg to go with me, he wasn't going to walk around crying for everyone else to listen to. You know what? I get that, Don. I grew up in an age where that's the way that it was done. You know, if you beg to go, well, now you made your bed, you sleep in it, type of thing. My favorite is Carrie. Hey, Eddie, good stuff. BGW fan Randy. Hey, Randy, best photos on Instagram. Check out Randy, BGW fan as well as King's Dominion fan. Clint again. Eddie, do you indulge in marijuana or only society acceptable alcohol, which is a drug itself? Clint, who are you? I feel like somebody's messing with me. Oh, Clint. I'm just going to move on from that one. Hey, Don. Lachey, all right, so Eddie never saw The Phantom Menace. Yeah, I saw Phantom Menace, but I just didn't understand why you were bringing that up. I love The Phantom Menace, actually. Contrary to most people's opinion, although this wasn't the topic of the video, The Phantom Menace is actually my favorite. Darth Maul is amazing. I love his like double-sided lightsaber. Okay, all right, guys. So we see the website, we see everything that they have. So they will have rides open. They'll have a ton of shows. Last year they had the Queen Majesty, which was really cool. It was a show that they did to open up the event, as well as a show that they did to close out the event over by the Eiffel Tower. We captured all of this in our vlogs. We had several vlogs over at King's Dominion for their haunt event, so make sure to check those out if you guys are interested. And I'm not doing that great of a job explaining it to you. Hopefully, I'm trying my best to explain to you guys on a live, as well as answer your questions in the live chat. I appreciate you guys jumping on, so I want to make sure that I make the time to answer your questions. All right, I'm going to minimize this back up. We'll talk a little bit, and then we'll transition over to Halloween Horror Nights. All right, I am back on the screen, peeps. And boom, we're going to restore the chat over here. All right. Clint, I used to live in Orlando. Oh, man. Jealous. I love Orlando, and I hope to actually move there. Matthew actually knows a lot about both the King's Dominion and the Carowinds event, and so ours was queen is named, or their queen was named Scelerotus? Queen's Ball. That's over at Carowinds. I know you've told me a couple times. Mike, let's see. When is the best time to go? We want the weekend before Halloween, and it hit capacity. Thinking we should go earlier. Mike, I'm a huge fan of opening weekend of these events. Maybe it's due to the nature of what I do, which is the YouTube. You know, I indulge in doing YouTube videos, so I like to be there for the opening weekend to show you guys. But there's also something to the atmosphere of opening night of King's Dominion's Haunt, opening night of Howlscream, opening night of Halloween Horror Nights. It sets the tone for the fall time, and I'm a huge fan of the fall time. So that's when I like to go. But honestly, any weekend, I head out over there. Any weekend that I can. I think, going before Halloween or going Halloween weekend is super cool, just given what the event is about and what that holiday is. But you will likely run into the busier days. Maybe need to get yourself a fright lane or whatever it's called. I always forget what they're called, but to skip the lines, because last year there was a couple nights that I went and I did like one house or two houses and skipped the rest of them because the lines got so long. Hopefully, Mike, that answers your question and you find that helpful. What is going on in the chat? I miss Orlando. Brian from Orlando is the best HHN vlogger in Florida. Brian from Orlando is pretty awesome. I do enjoy his content, him and Steph, and I've met them both in person. Super nice people. I met them at the opening of Halloween Horror Nights last year, as well as a media event for Sir Henry's Haunted Trail. Let's see. Enchanted. I thought I had missed this. Got my timing all wrong. Hey everyone, welcome. You didn't miss it. You missed a little bit, but we're still going. We'll still be going for a little bit more. We just finished talking about Kings Dominion, kind of what's going on with the event. So to kind of wrap things up with Kings Dominion, I'm super excited for the event to come. I think this year we'll be getting more haunts, and by that I mean more houses. So last year was 5, and I think a lot of it had to do with the limitations and the ability for them to capture employees. They weren't able to so well last year. So this year, I think things will be a little bit more improved. They'll have a little bit more access to things. Last year was their return from COVID. This year, they kind of got in their bearings. They've been open all year for the most part, closed just for a little bit during the wintertime. And if they're able to get enough employees, I think we could see ourselves getting somewhere, hopefully in the ballpark of 8 haunted houses. That would be amazing. And if they could match a Halloween Horror Nights with 10, that'd be spectacular. I guess a boy can hope, right? A boy can hope. Mike, great answer, Eddie. Thanks, Eddie. Absolutely, Mike. That's what I'm here for. And you guys know I have my social medias as well. So I have Instagram, which I'm probably the most active on. I have Twitter, which I'm trying to grow slowly. And I have Facebook. So if you guys ever need to ask me a question, hopefully you guys know that I am very responsive. I answer all the questions in my videos, like all the comments. I answer them all personally. So if you guys ever want to ask something on there, you can do that as well. And it looks like we got a lot of questions for Just Out and About. Awesome. I like to see the questions amongst the crowd as well. You know, Just Out and About has been doing this for a while, so you could definitely get some great info from them as well. Dawn is amazing. All right, guys. So I see the chat is still going. I have a YouTube channel, but I'm not here to make money. It's not out for money. Hey, Clint, I'm not here to necessarily make money either. I mean, I've been doing this for 3 years, and I just got monetized last August. So, now I do make a little bit of money, which helps pay for my annual passes to Kings Dominion, Busch Gardens, and Universal Studios. But aside from that, the money is nothing to run home and tell mom about. But I do enjoy doing these videos for you guys, and the fact that doing these videos pays for me to be able to continue to do these videos because I enjoy going out there is awesome enough. All right, guys. So Halloween Horror Nights is the next one. So thank you guys so much for listening to my haunt info. Hopefully you guys found that helpful. If you want some more info, please jump on my channel, check out my multiple visits to the event last year. I think those will be much more helpful. And this year when I go, I'm going to try to make much more informative videos, not just vlogs walking around and giving you my feedback. Maybe in the park videos on tips and tricks, things of that nature. Those are definitely coming this year, guys. So stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't. Like this, all that fun stuff. I really do appreciate the support. So let's check out Halloween Horror Nights. All right. So I'm going to bring this back down. Actually, let's talk about Halloween Horror Nights before we pull up the website and start looking. So what? Let's see. Airtime mic. You did a great job, Eddie. Did a great job with what, Mike? I try. And I appreciate you guys saying that. Matthew, Eddie, if you see my crochet videos, I make her custom. Okay, cool. Eddie, keep making money, but do what you want. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I'm trying to do here. Enchanted, this will be my first HHN. So excited. Oh, man. You are going to have a blast. Halloween Horror Nights is amazing. And, when it comes to an earlier question that Mike had about, is there food and drink items and things like that. When it comes to that, Halloween Horror Nights does offer a larger variety of those things, or I guess a little bit more tailored items. They have exceptional drinks, cool glow in the dark cups and things of that nature, flashy cups. I have some of them here. These are dusty, but you see it has a little flashy light. It's all dusty and dirty, but Halloween Horror Nights, boom. Blinky cup. And their food items as well. Their pizza fries are spectacular. So there's a lot of items at Halloween Horror Nights that you could definitely take advantage of. You can make a whole day of going through the houses, and then make a whole day of going through the scare zones, and then make another whole day of going and checking out their particular food items as well as their drinks. Clint, I was at opening night of Halloween Horror Nights 30 as well. It rained so darn much, my mic almost stopped working on the camera, but it was a fun vlog to get. Talked to Zombie Chris a couple times, and Adrian didn't. Hey, I can't let you do that, Clint. Those are my boys. I don't know if you know, but I'm part of the Boo Bros, and the Boo Bros are myself, Chris, Adrian, Anthony from the Nights of Horror. So those are my boys. They're doing their thing out there, and they bring you content that no other viewer or no other YouTuber brings you. Those construction updates that Adrian does are clutch. Sierra Griffin, which house are you looking forward to the most so far at Halloween Horror Nights? It's going to have to be Halloween. I mean, I'm a huge Michael Myers fan. But the what's it called? The Classic Monsters, huge fan of Classic Monsters as well, so I'm excited. And Halloween Horror Nights has never let me down with Classic Monsters. Mike Honcho, you're funny, Mike. The Knights of Horror also kicked me out of his live chat. Hey, the Knights of Horror is my boy too, man. Just keep it chill, and you're good in the chat, okay? You're aware of the Boo Bros. All right, cool. Yeah, those are my boys, man. Just don't toss any shade at them, and we're good. You get around like the Village Bicycle. That's funny. But yeah, Halloween Horror Nights. I've been going to Halloween Horror Nights now for... All right, Clint. Please don't go at each other. Mike, please let it be. No need. Let's just have fun. Let's chat. That way I could get some questions in there that I'm able to answer for you guys. But I've been going to Halloween Horror Nights now for a really long time, since 2000. I think was my first year. It was a different event back then, or different in the way that there was no conga lines. The event has gotten really popular. The production has definitely gone up a lot, but back then the event was a lot scarier. I don't know if that makes sense, but it was different. But now the event holds a really special place in my heart. It's nice escape for me every year. I typically try to make it a guy's trip. Last year, I was lucky enough to bring Monique with me the first time. She enjoyed it, so I'm glad that she enjoyed it, so that we could continue to go. Not this year because we're having a baby. I may go by myself with just a friend for like 2 days, and then we'll go next year. and we'll bring somebody who could babysit the baby while we go to Halloween Horror Nights. But Michael Myers is always welcome. Yeah. So this year, the speculation maps have come out. There's already a couple things that have been confirmed. We have the Horrors of Blumhouse with, what was it? It was with Freaky and the Black Phone. We have the classic monsters, as well as we have Halloween. Why don't we pull up the website here and take a look and see the things that have been announced. Talk a little bit about that. All right, so I'm going to pop the chat out again. Bang. You knock me down, bang, bang. Yeah, Brian from Orlando does have a very outgoing personality. He's a cool guy, man. But my boys in the Boo Bros are cool in their own right, my friend. Steeler Wayne, I've watched a lot of vlogs about Halloween Horror Nights. It's definitely on my bucket list. Steeler, I hope you've watched mine. If not, I'll cry. I'm kidding. Alright, hold on. I need to make this smaller. Why is that? Oh, there we go. What is happening? Not what I meant to do. What I'm trying to minimize is this. Not that. Okay. No. Alright. Technical difficulties for just a moment here, guys. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright. Hold on. Making myself smaller. You see Canva, which is how I do my thumbnails. And then, bam! Halloween Horror Nights. Hold on. Whoop. Mike Honcho, while you're near KD, you should check out the Ashland Berry Farms Halloween event, only about 10 minutes away. You know, Mike, funny enough, I actually tried to check out the Ashland Farm Halloween event. It seemed amazing, but when I went, it was so packed, and it was during the time when the pandemic was still going on. Well, it's still going on right now, but it was, you know, in full throttle. So it was so packed, I ended up leaving. And there was a line to get into the parking lot, and the line was taking like an hour. So definitely something that I will revisit. I think it seemed pretty amazing. Steeler Wayne, oh yes, I've always kept myself edutained. Hey, Steeler Wayne. But I love the classic monsters too. We need some announcements. Absolutely, Dawn. Announcements are a must. Clint, I want to meet Scott. Seems like a nice guy. He's probably fun when he's drunk. Scott is a cool super dude. We were hanging out just like a month ago at Universal Studios together. I think I was in his vlog as well. But yeah, he's just as cool as all the other Boo Bros, my friend. We're all cool in our own right. Every single Boo Bro. If you guys haven't done so already, by the way, if you follow me, I'm part of a group called the Boo Bros. We're a group of creators that cover haunts and theme parks all across the U.S. from the west to the east and in between. Like Clint was just mentioning, Scott from Exploring Attractions is one of them. He's over in the West Coast. Also, the Nights of Horror over in the West Coast. Zombie Chris and Adrian live down south in Florida. We got Hallowed Thrills up above me. He and I just went over to Scarowinds. We're a group of creators that come together on one channel to give you guys content, completely free content. We don't monetize that channel at all. We do it for you guys and then give you an avenue so that you could watch all of us and decide if you want to, subscribe to your favorite creator on that channel, the Boo Bros, or subscribe to everybody. I'd appreciate it if you guys head on over and subscribe to the Boo Bros. All right, King's Dominion Cedar Fair, Bloxburg official. Hey, Eddie. Hey. I'm Eddie Tane too. Matthew, I appreciate it. Yes, used to be SoCal exploring, but now he is exploring attractions. He's broadening his content a little bit, so because he's been over to the East Coast a lot. All right, so we're checking out the Halloween Horror Nights website. So what we know so far is that there's going to be 10 houses. Okay, let's see. They talk about it around here. So 10 terrifying haunted houses, and so far we have a few that have been announced. We have the Horrors of Blumhouse, which enter the world of 2 horror masterpieces from Blumhouse as you face the most terrifying moments of Freaky and the Black Phone. I haven't seen either one of these movies. I started to look at Freaky, but didn't have the time. It was a work day, and honestly, as of late, it's been kind of busy for me. But I look forward to watching these movies before the event. It's one of the things that I do. I do like my prep list, and I watch all the movies that are IPs at the event before I go. Halloween, this is the return of Michael Myers and the original 1978 movie. Come face to face with Michael Myers and go back to where it all began. Step into the terrifying moments from the 1978 horror classic, Halloween. Huge fan of Michael Myers. This guy is all over my background. I have him and a big popcorn Michael Myers. I have Funko Pop Michael Myers. I have different set pieces from the movie and stuff on my wall over there. I have a signed cover of the 2018 movie. I love the guy. This is the house that I'm looking forward to the most, just because I'm such a huge fan, and he is the horror icon and the GOAT that basically started me down the horror fandom that I have now. And then we have Legends Collide. Universal Monsters Legends Collide. You are about to get caught in the middle of an epic battle between the Wolfman, Dracula, and the Mummy together for the first time ever. And my understanding is there's some type of amulet that either cures them or gives them more power. Some of them are trying to get cured. Some of them are trying to get stronger. There's some cool backstory here. There's also some speculation of houses to be announced. We still have another 7 houses to be announced, and like Don said, we definitely need some more announcements. It's one of those things. Announcement season used to be so much different. You used to have already half the event announced by now, but I'm not sure how Universal Studios is planning on doing this, but it does seem like maybe, just maybe, here, we're going to pull up YouTube, and let's see, we could watch one of the announcement videos together. Hey, look, it's me, I'm live. Inception, let's click it. No, I'm kidding. Let's see, Halloween Horror Nights announcements. Let's see if we could watch one of the Universal released announcement videos. Okay, so there's Halloween Horror Nights. Okay, so that's one of them. That's the most recent one, but let's choose one. All right, so Legends Collide was the first one. So first and foremost, these were filmed, well, at least this one was. It was filmed on site at Universal Studios in Orlando, which a lot of people found to be very cool. I myself have my hesitations about this year's announcements and how they're doing them, but I do feel like they're coming together for a reason and having a connection that at the end may end up being an amazing announcement series. But so far, none of the announcements have really impressed me so much. Let me take a quick stop before we watch one of these and check out the chat. All right, Clint 2 of Blumhouse Best. I haven't had the pleasure of watching Clint, so I hope you're right, and I look forward to checking it out. Black Christmas is a cool one. Let's see here. Lachey, I love Halloween movies, but I don't know how I'd feel about being in the same house with him. You know, Lachey, it's actually funny. So I'm pretty terrified of Michael Myers, and it's one of the reasons why I like him so much. But at the same time, when you walk through these houses, you're almost more amazed than you are scared, because you're living out the scenes, and that is such a cool thing. To live out the scene of your favorite movie, come on, you don't get that opportunity too often. And you know, Universal Studios, when it opened in Orlando, was the place where you could, I forget what the slogan was, but it was like live the movies, or ride the movies, or something like that. And these houses are just that. The IP houses are just like walking through the movies. You'll see Michael Myers literally play out some of the scenes, like when he stabs the guy through the chest in the pantry in the kitchen and he's hanging on the wall. You'll see that scene. I've seen that scene live play out in front of me. It's super cool. So I almost was more amazed than I was scared. So it's interesting in that way. Lachey's in South Carolina. Oh, Lachey, did you start watching my channel because I went to Carowinds recently? Z Sullivan. Hey, Z Sullivan. It's been a while, my friend. I keep checking for King's Dominion's website if there is any news. None yet. And when there is some news, I will be doing a video of any announcements that King's Dominion does have for their haunt event. But so far, none yet. I remember last year their announcements were a lot closer to September. Maybe even early September. Lachey, you're funny. You might get scared and faint. No, you won't. Oh, you started watching after Discovery Cove? Interesting. Yeah, that was an amazing park. All right, guys. So I'll leave it to you guys in the chat. We got 17 people watching. What announcement video would you like to watch first? You got the Legends Collide, you got Halloween, or Blumhouse. We can watch it together, kind of chat throughout. Let me know in the chat. Vote. I'm making you guys do a lot of voting lately. You voted for the topic of this live, and now you're voting for which announcement we'll watch together. Come on, Lachey. Tell me which one you want to see. Is it Michael Myers? Z Sullivan, Halloween. Steeler Wayne, Halloween. Mike, Blumhouse. Sierra Griffin, Halloween. Matthew, announcement. Which announcement? Okay. So we have 4 Halloween, 1 Blumhouse. Gotta head out, Eddie. Hopefully we will see you in the fog. Maybe Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Absolutely. Dawn, I look forward to seeing you guys. Michael. All right. So Lachey has spoken and several others. Halloween. Mike, I'm sorry, but we'll do Blumhouse next and we'll talk about that. So, all right. So I wanted to watch it because I wanted to also kind of tell you guys my opinion. Ooh, the volume's super loud. There we go. Hopefully I didn't blow your guys' eardrums. Oh, no. What did I do? What did I do? And I messed that all up, guys. Hold on. All right. That was a huge fail. We're starting over. Boop. What is going on? There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I love the music. And that dog. Good boy. The good boy. Ooh. All right, so that particular property has already been at the event before. That being said, they promised that this time it's going to be different. How different? I don't know. But I believe the speculation is that Halloween is going to be in a soundstage. Now, I think with this particular trailer, this was the second announcement. There was a huge miss, and that huge miss was he didn't actually kill anybody. That's Michael Myers. He kills people. He attacks people. He should have at least attacked her. He just disappears. I have a feeling that has to do with how all these announcement trailers are going to connect. But now it's up in the air because I'm hearing a lot of houses that have been canceled that were in the plans, and maybe they've ruined how these trailers were going to connect. So I don't know. But you know, because Mike wanted to watch Blumhouse. Blumhouse is going to be next. Again, another one that was just a little bit lackluster for me. But that being said, I am excited for all of these houses. Just the announcement videos are a little bit lackluster. The actual event is shaping up to be an amazing one. And we'll talk about some of the houses that have been speculated in just a moment. Sorry, and I'm getting text. And that's the girl from Freaky. And that's Ethan Hawke, I guess, from the Black Phone. I hope that's not too loud, by the way. If it is, just let me know. I am Bunny. Wow. Thanks, Matthew. Hey, it's been a while since I've caught you live. All of them. KK, how's it going? I want a Clockwork Orange house. Interesting. Z Sullivan. Which is better, Kings and Minions, Halloween Haunt, or Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, Howl Scream? That's a good question, and I hate to be put on the spot that way because I don't want to trash anybody, and mostly none of my local parks. But I enjoy them both, but I would probably frequent King's Dominion a little bit more. Steal Away and Eddie, I can hear you, but not the video. You couldn't hear the video. Interesting. Well, sorry about that, guys. And Cedar Wayne, thank you for letting me know. But I don't know how to play the audio on the live because I'm also listening through here. I'm talking through here, this mic. I don't know, Governor. You've got me stymie. I don't know. Then that's kind of a fail playing these for you guys. Hopefully you kind of got the idea. And they're short too, so nothing too crazy. Let's see. I would like houses based on real serial killers. Clint, I think you know how that might be a problem. But technically last year we had the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is loosely based off of a real serial killer. Ed Gein. Oh man. KK, I'm just happy there will be a Halloween house this year. This will be my first Myers house. Oh, you know, that's funny that you say that, Kay, because the tradition for Myers was actually every 2 years he would return to Halloween Horror Nights for a while there. Maybe for like the past 8 years he's been at the event every 2 years, except for obviously when COVID happened and he skipped 3 years. Which he's coming back now after 3 years. Z Sullivan, I was actually going to say something about the volume, but I just realized I could read the subtitles. Okay. Alright, well, sorry about that, guys. Do you guys want to watch the last one? Since the volume's not on, I guess it's the original one. I'll chat. over it. All right, so the original one, I do like this one because it's at the Palace Arcade. The entrance, and the snacker. See the snacker, and he's talking to the skeptic, and then so they're connecting all of these. Let's see, closed caption. There you go. Well, I guess it's just noise now. All these trailers have been mildly connected. And I'm hoping that's for a reason. Oop. I'm hoping that's for a reason that they're coming together, and they have these similarities with characters and sets and everything. Because if not, it was all pointless. That being said, they are not the best announcements, but they are great properties. So I'm excited to see them. But they have been talking about some of the speculation. It was speculated that Stranger Things was coming, and I'm hearing through the grapevine that is no more. It also was speculated that another Netflix property was coming, which was kind of like a sequel house to The Haunting of Hill House. I hear that's no more as well. So that's unfortunate. It sounds like this year Netflix isn't going to be at the event, and Blumhouse is kind of taking its place. I don't know exactly why. I hear some clamoring. It's because the Hollywood houses haven't done so well, and Netflix hasn't been happy with it. But that could just be a rumor. And also, they haven't not announced Stranger Things. All the houses haven't been announced, so we could still potentially get a Stranger Things. And I actually would love to see Stranger Things come back. But also, Stranger Things is taking a hiatus for a couple years up till 2024 for its next season. So, I don't know. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe they want to bring it back next year to keep the hype going. I don't know. What do you guys think? Did you guys enjoy Stranger Things coming to the event? It definitely brought more attention to Halloween Horror Nights. Halloween Horror Nights has been growing exponentially and had some of the most sold out nights ever after Stranger Things. Last year was the first year that I saw the event sell out for so many nights. Sold out for opening night. Where is my... I've got to do this. Alright. Lachey, LOL. You do seem excited at Matthew. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Alright, let's see. I love that you guys are starting conversations amongst each other. Z Sullivan, if King's Dominion replaces No Vacancy Condemned, I think the Wax Museum or a tourist trap would be the fitting replacement for Condemned, but I don't see the maze leaving anytime soon. You know, I like those ideas. A wax museum or a touristy trap attraction, that's super cool. But yeah, I think you're right. Condemned is probably staying. That was a good house. But I would love to see them, Z Sullivan, do a completely revamped event. Clear all the houses. Bring it all new. KK, Season 4 was so good. I'd love to see it at the event. Season 4 was pretty cool. I feel like it left me with too many unanswered questions and way too long up till the next season. But I'll be there when the next season comes back around. My favorite is Christmas, but I do look forward to attending a few Halloween events. Alright, let's see. Let's see what else we got here. Twitter. Nightmares. Alright, let's check out HN Nightmare's most recent speculation map. So, Halloween Horror Nights. Obviously, Halloween Horror Nights, there's a lot more to talk about. I'm not talking more about Halloween Horror Nights because I don't love King's Dominion. I do love King's Dominion, but Halloween Horror Nights has IPs which King's Dominion doesn't have. There's a lot more ability to speculate. So this is the most recent speculation map by HN Nightmares. Shout out to them for doing the speculation map. This is version 3. So we'll go through this and then we'll kind of wrap things up, guys. So we got a couple originals. So which, not sure. When it comes to originals, it's kind of hard to predict. Next, we have The Evil Dead. This is another one that I hear is being scrapped because it was coming because the new movie was coming out, but apparently the new movie has been delayed. So with that delay, they may not be doing this. Lachey, Eddie, have you ever done an RIP tour? Yes, I actually have done an RIP tour. I was lucky enough, my first year actually of starting YouTubing, I was invited to join a friend who had a larger audience than me at a media event. And the media event consists of an RIP tour. Highly recommend doing an RIP tour if you can budget it. It is a great extra and a great way to spend the night at the event. You get private dining areas, private bars, and you're guaranteed entry into all the houses that night. 100% before everybody. You'll be done going through the whole entire event with time to waste. Halloween has been announced, and we're actually, me and my friend that are going this year, if everything works out, we might actually be doing an RIP tour. I also do recommend doing a Unmasking the Horror tour. That was super cool last year. We did it for the first time. Halloween, obviously, we talked about. We saw the announcement trailer. El Chupacabra, another original. This, for any of my Hispanic friends out there, growing up on Telemundo, was as real as it got. So it's an urban legend to some, but to me growing up, this was fact. El Chupacabra existed. This and La Llorona would be some of the houses or some of the urban legends that I would love to see at the event. So if El Chupacabra ends up coming, I'm going to be super happy. Dead Man's Wharf. Super cool. I don't know what to make of it, though. The Weeknd. I don't know what to make of this, but I am a huge fan of the artist. So if he comes to the event, I will definitely be welcoming this house with open arms. They did have Billie Eilish speculated for 30, and I was 100% against that. But for some reason, The Weeknd, I wouldn't mind. Monsters already announced. Seeds of Extinction 2. So I'm hearing Seeds of Extinction has been scrapped, but last year, Seeds of Extinction was not there last year, but Seeds of Extinction, the original, was an amazing house. So if it returns, that'll be super cool. The helicopter or crashed airplane in this house was amazing. The scene and set design was spectacular. Bug house, I don't know, but bugs aren't my favorite. And then the Horrors of Blumhouse. So 3 of the houses on here have been legitimized. And then we have also Scare Zone. So traditional Halloween in K, Candy Mutants in L, Treeks and Foons in M, which I actually got to experience Treeks and Foons at Halloween Horror Nights when it was at Islands of Adventure. Scarecrows in N, which I think is very fitting of the Scare Zone, N, right here. And then Vampires in O, which is also very fitting. But last year, the Lights, Camera, Action Eddie Scare Zone there was amazing. So it's going to be a hard one to follow. Wait, what? Clint, I'm Hispanic, but I grew up as a white boy, but not... Oh my god. Eddie, this is super nostalgic. Alrighty, guys. I think that is going to do it for today's live. I appreciate everybody jumping on, and I hope you guys enjoyed as well. I'm excited for the haunt season. It is coming really, really soon. We are making strides. Halloween Horror Nights is, let's see. Let's see. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5 weeks before Halloween Horror Nights. That's crazy. Halloween Horror Nights is just around the corner. And then shortly after that, I believe the following weekend, Busch Gardens Williamsburg opens its doors. And then towards the end of the month, King's Dominion Haunt opens theirs. We've got haunt season just around the corners, my friend. I can't wait to go check it out and bring you guys along for the vlogs. Let's see. Matthew, hope to see you. Everybody, thank you so much for jumping on. I will see you guys on the next one. But don't forget to ask yourself, have you been entertained? Thank you, everybody. I really do appreciate everybody jumping on. I'm going to pray to Carpenter for everyone. Good night. God bless. We can't wait. Thanks, Eddie. Have a good night. Mike Honcho, I appreciate it. All right, guys. Deuces.